Denny Hamlin just passed Kevin Harvick on the all-time wins list, and Kyle Busch better look out because he may just be Denny Hamlin's next victim. Hello everybody, my name is Brody. The NASCAR Cup Series just wrapped up the West Coast swing with Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and this was the first race of the 2026 campaign where it was a pretty much straightforward start to finish NASCAR race. Like mile and a half traditional, what you think it would be. It was kind of Las Vegas in this race. So it makes for a pretty straightforward race review, breakdown, analysis. So we're going to get into all of it. We're going to get into the race winner, my drivers of the day, the what the F driver of the race, the race results, and then we'll finish with my opinions and overall verdict of the race. So let's dive right in. The winner of the Shell Pennzoil 400 is Denny Hamlin. He backs up the fall playoff victory with another win in the spring. And what a amazing victory it was. Not because of the victory itself, but what it means. What it means to Hamlin and the Hamlin family after the tragic news they got in the offseason about Denny Hamlin's father and mother. He pulls off this win, and it was incredible to see the post-race interview celebrating with his family and celebrating in victory lane. It was emotional, and even I got a little bit teary-eyed, but it was super good to see. Happy for Hamlin and the whole Hamlin family. They really deserve this bright spot, this happiness in their lives. So Denny Hamlin pulls it off, but it wasn't easy. In stage one, once the stage concluded, pit stops occurred and Hamlin sped on pit road, but he spent stage two and stage three rallying back and ends up taking the lead, but never gives it up. Leads 134 laps on the day and seals the deal late in the race. But a hard charging Chase Elliott just didn't have enough speed to get around Hamlin in the end. So Denny Hamlin, congratulations on an amazing, amazing feel-good victory. And this really does a solid job for him in the points. 70 points this race is going to do him nice with this chase for the Cup format, which I love. Thank you, NASCAR. But Denny Hamlin wins at Las Vegas. Congratulations once again to Denny Hamlin and the entire Hamlin family. And now for my drivers of the day, starting off with a Hendrick Motorsports car, Chase Elliott. What a great race for this number 9 team. He started 15th. Never was really competitive in stage one, but later in the race, stage two, stage three, Chase Elliott was up there making moves. That 3-wide pass attempt for the lead, and he was just all over the map, and he was putting on an amazing show up at the front. That Napa 9 car looked hooked up and fast, and it proved out to be the best Hendrick car in the end of the race because he got a second place finish and he was running down Denny Hamlin. If we had another 5 laps, that could have been a very interesting and compelling finish. But Chase Elliott has to be happy with that finish overall. 40 points on the day, gets a second place finish. Very well done for the driver of the 9. Next is Chris Buescher and the number 17 RFK Mustang. Ford looked pretty outmatched at Vegas. Kind of expected after their short track Phoenix domination with Blaney and Team Penske. It looked like Team Penske was the most dominant team at the start. They got messed up with their strategy. RFK ends up emerging, and they do very well with all of their cars most of the day. Chris Buescher brings it home in 6th place. He was hovering around the 15th to 10th place range. Rallies late, finishes 6th, the best finishing Ford on the day. So I wanted to give Chris Buescher a shout out. Moving on to Chase Briscoe and the number 19 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota Camry. Had a rocky start, didn't qualify well because he had to go in the earlier batch of cars in qualifying due to his poor finish at Phoenix. So he ended up qualifying in the 18th position, and it didn't help that the first pit stops of the day, he ended up speeding on pit lane. And due to the flow of the race where we had one caution for incident the entire day, Chase Briscoe has to battle back the duration of the race. Stage 2, stage 3, finally gets his lap back and crawls and fights and digs out a nice top 10 finish in 8th place. Hard fought, weekend overall. He was one of my drivers of the day in the O'Reilly Series race as well. Chase Briscoe, back-to-back drivers of the day. Very well done at Vegas for Chase Briscoe. Last but certainly not least is Zane Smith in the number 38 Front Row Motorsports Ford. Ford, like I said earlier, struggled, but Zane Smith beats all of the Penske Racing Fords. I mean, he finishes 14th ahead of Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and Austin Cindric. Pretty good result for Zane Smith, and he deserved that. He qualified 12th, was in the top 15 the entire day, outpacing many Fords and just outclassing his teammates. I mean, his teammates, I'm just scrolling down the list here. Noah Gragson, 30th, and Todd Gillen, 34th. What a showing from Zane Smith with the equipment he has. Very proud of him. Very good result and a very good start to the season for Zane Smith overall. So happy for Zane. Wanted to give him a driver of the day. Now for the what the F driver of the race. There wasn't a clear-cut incident where a driver made a stupid mistake or anything like that. So I decided to base this week off of just bad performance overall. And the winner is Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch looked like a traffic cone when the leaders were attempting to pass him. He was just sitting still, going like 20 miles an hour slower. Like, it was bad. Stage 1 and Stage 2 loses a lap. Just looks like a roadblock out there. He started 24th, immediately fell outside the top 30, and just was off the pace the entire day. Was multiple laps down or a lap down most of the race. Just so, like, sad to see. I've been seeing a lot of prime Kyle Busch edits from fans on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, and that stuff gets me hyped up. And then I come to watch a race like this on with Kyle Busch in the 8 car, and it's just sad. It's really sad. Who wants to start a petition to get RCR to let Kyle Busch go? I don't know. I don't know if it's Kyle Busch or the next gen car or what. Austin Dillon was like top 15 most of the day. Let's see, Austin Dillon, he finished 12th. I don't know if it's the 8 team or Kyle Busch not adapting the next gen car, but it's really just sad. We need Kyle Busch back. We need him to be the rowdy KFB we know him to be. This race just wasn't it. It wasn't it. He ends up finishing 28th. Just horrible. Just horrible. You know he's frustrated. Man, just unfortunate. But anyways, Kyle Busch is the what the F driver of the race. Here is your top 10 for Las Vegas. Let's begin with William Byron, where it was the Joe Gibbs Racing versus Hendrick Motorsports show most of the day. William Byron up there leading 26 laps in the race, started 9th, worked his way up, was consistently battling inside the top 5 and for the lead. Very competitive. Hendrick Motorsports, number 24. It was good to see him up there battling. And just behind him is Christopher Bell in the 20. Like I said, Joe Gibbs Racing versus Hendrick. Christopher Bell on pole, was up there battling for the race lead as well. He leads 31 laps. Just behind him, Ty Gibbs finishes inside the top 5. He started 3rd, ran very well. Kyle Larson leads 62 laps on the day, but his car kind of faded in Stage 3 in that last stint after the caution fell. He finishes 7th place, but does lead 62 laps and gets 48 points on the day, so job well done for Larson. Bubba Wallace finishes 9th, and the 2311 cars weren't as fast as they were when Tyler Reddick went on that 3-race stretch. Still nets himself a nice top 10 finish. Brad Keselowski gets a top 10 finish as well. Good for Brad. He started 28th. Got to work on qualifying. Anyways, great finish for Brad Keselowski inside the top 10, getting some nice points. The lowest finishing RFK Ford was Ryan Preece, and he finished 11th. Great result for the entire RFK Racing group. Really put Ford on their backs when Penske kind of tripped over themselves late in Stage 3. The Team Penske Fords finished pretty close to each other. Ryan Blaney 16th, Joey Logano 15th. Logano was just kind of an afterthought, not very competitive all day long. Started 21st, finishes 15th. Not amazing, just kind of mediocre day. And Ryan Blaney looked like he had the fastest Ford because he usually does. He was inside the top 10 a majority of the day. when that only caution came out for a Connor Zilic spin. Blaney was the first car on pit road, slid through his box, cost him time, and he was a lap down when the caution came out, and he was the only car besides his teammate Austin Cindric who pitted, so they had to take the wave around. Cindric finishes 19th, and in between Blaney and Cindric was Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez, where they had a bit of a kerfuffle on pit road. I was like, whoa, what is this? And in Fox Sports typical fashion, they show it for 2 seconds and then they cut away and then don't mention it until 30 minutes later after the post. It was just, come on, Fox. Like, if you show something that interesting, you got to finish it out. Don't wait another 20, 30 minutes and then cut back to it later on. They didn't even get to interview Suarez or Chastain. You had to go to YouTube and watch it, where I watched Suarez say, Ross Chastain is a little two-faced. Ooh, spicy words from Suarez. Very interesting to see. But anyways, they finished 17th and 18th. Justin Allgaier filling in for Alex Bowman finishes 25th. Had just bad luck most of the day, was multiple laps down, ends up rallying to a 25th place finish. He wasn't very happy afterwards with his post-race interview, yet it's a solid job for not being in a cup car full-time or any time for that matter. Very occasional one-off starts for Allgaier, finishes 25th. Connor Zilic finishes 32nd. He brought out the only caution where Ricky Stenhouse Jr. looked to be pitting, and Zilic just didn't know. Ends up spinning out, bringing out the only caution. Another rough race for the rookie. I don't know what's going on with Zilic. I knew the next-gen car would be a big learning curve, but he is struggling early. But honestly, he's 19 years old. He's going to figure it out. I believe in Connor Zilic. He will get it done and figure it out here soon. SVG, Zilic's teammate, finishes last. He got in an incident on lap 1. Made a good save, but just got damaged, evidently, and was never a factor. Was laps down. Rough day for SVG. Now, for my overall opinions of the race, I did some searching on social media and saw a lot of fans displeased and overall bored of this race. I understand, I get that. On the surface level, for me, this honestly was just a typical mile-and-a-half race for the next gen car. Not amazing, gonna wow you, but not bad. It was just average. And you're going to have these races from time to time. That's just what comes from NASCAR races and the Cup Series predominantly. So not a bad race by any means, but just average. I thought we saw some compelling racing in brief stints. My favorite moment of the race was the three-wide battle between Seabell, Larson, Byron, and Chase Elliott. That was great racing. But I do understand there were some lagging moments at the beginning, middle, and the end of this race. But I'm a NASCAR fan and I enjoyed the racing. I enjoyed the pit strategy. I enjoyed not seeing a wreck fest like we saw at Phoenix. I did end up enjoying this race, even though it was average. But that's just my opinion. I want to know yours in the comments below. That's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you did enjoy this video, and let me know your thoughts on the video and the race in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you do enjoy these videos. I love making these videos for you guys, and if you'd like to, please leave a like or subscribe. If I see one subscriber go up, that just means one more race fan is following the channel, and I get to share my passion of racing with you guys. It means the world to me, so hope you did enjoy, and I hope to see you in future videos. Please have a great, wonderful, and even splendid rest of your day. See ya.